the draft?
I think I'm giving it to. Ooh, honestly, I like both team comps. We're gonna have to talk this one out a little bit. Old man, we should be live again. Let me know if you can hear Discord. Should be able to. So, I honestly like both teams. The one thing I worry about is there is no good, like, consistent magic damage from our right side team.
Yeah.
So, like, if Gnar and Trundle start doing well, and also, is that a mid lane Gnar? We either have a mid Gnar or Sion or Trundle.
Yeah, I think that's
Interesting.
Midnar for
Might
sure.
be Gnar versus Sion mid lane. That'll be interesting.
Fun.
Um,
Nah, except Trundle is being played by Lord Derpenstein. He is definitely going top.
okay, so it must be a mid Gnar, which honestly I don't think is bad if he knew that it was going to be Sion mid. I think
Yeah,
that's a pretty good pick because Gnar can is one of the few like tank top laners who can deal with Sion.
yeah. And normally I would be wary. I'm wary of Jin as an ADC just because it's tough for him going against a couple tanks.
Hmm.
But with Trundle around to drain the stats off one of those tanks, uh, really opens things up for Jin.
Yeah,
He'll have a lot of targets.
you've got the Gnar too. That his W damage he can really, if he's doing well with Black Cleaver, he can take down a Scion pretty fast.
Yeah,
So honestly, and Warwick might, even though he's like tanky because of the way he works, like unless you actually get ulted by him, Jin doesn't have to worry about him too much. So he just has to watch out for the Warwick ult. And there's so much like CC and the Black Shield from blue team. Like I feel like they'll have a much easier time this game.
yeah. I feel like Blue Side does have an advantage, just for the most part, but Lulu can make a huge difference in the fights. So see whose shields are up to the tasks. Mord versus Lulu.
Hmm. Yeah, I honestly I'm not really sure. I don't think either team has like a clear straight advantage right out the
No,
gates. I think that both Warwick and Amumu can gank early, but aren't always the scariest gankers. Um,
Trundle's gonna have a tough time top early though.
Trundle is going to have a very tough time against Quinn. He's going to probably be bullied. So it's going to be on the Amumu to try to help him out, and then it's going to be on the Warwick if the Amumu is being very active in that lane to not leave Quinn out to dry. Because if Quinn gets behind, like she's so useless when she gets behind.
Right.
Like if you're trying to jump into a team and nuke someone, but you're behind, so you don't have the damage to do it, like you just don't do anything else this Quinn.
Very binary. Would you
Yeah.
consider switching lanes with the Gnar if you were top and Gnar was mid?
Wait, which way are you saying? Who
Like
does?
if I was Trundle, I would almost want to switch with Gnar and go mid against the Scion.
I would consider it. My thought is that Nar might have picked that intentionally, so he probably won't want to switch it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I might consider it as the Nar play, like Nar and Trundle. It's definitely going to be a lot easier time for Nar to deal with a Quinn rather than a Trundle. So, but Quinn, if she is overzealous with her E in lane, that could be a really easy gank for a Amumu Trundle. Trundle can just throw out his pillar and slow Quinn, and then Amumu
Yep.
Lily can just walk up and it's a point blank Q. So I think even though Trundle has a rough lane, just 1v1, I think Quinn needs to be really safe in what she's doing. Could
A
go
lot of
wrong
CC on both
fast.
sides this game though, even from the ADCs.
Yeah, definitely a lot of CC. The one thing is there's no like straight up setup for the Caitlyn traps, so it's gonna be uh up to her to make some good lines.
Yeah.
Like if she had Morgana on her team, you could just wait for the Q to hit and then put it underneath them. But He is going also the oh, what's the name of the new mastery?
Oh,
Um,
you got Conquer?
Conqueror. Yeah, Conqueror Trundle. So
Oh
I'll
yeah.
be interested to see how much damage she's doing that. Does Quinn passive crit or is it just bonus damage? I think it's just bonus damage, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's just bonus damage. So that's why you see Quinn builds lethality and not crit like an infinity edge. Like you can build the infinity edge on her, but it's more important to get
Not as effective.
the stats on her, the penetration and lethality stats on her to just buff that damage.
All right, let's see if we have that Lola invade. Will
We
they just
better
pass
see it.
each other in the night? Will
Blue
they
team has
engage?
Morgana, so they better be looking for it, you know? That
Yep.
bind could fuck them up.
We got pings. Everyone's going.
I'm ready for it.
Yeah, you're right. Blue side's got a real good level 1 invade with Morg.
They actually end up
So,
both passing by. Red team was
and
smart
neither
enough
has
to.
the other.
Yeah, red team did leave a ward behind, so if blue team pushes in farther, they will
Yeah.
see them, which is smart on their part. Blue team did not leave wards behind, so they could get punished by that if red team pushes in. Um, yeah, we've talked about it before on the stream, but always leave wards
Always
behind
gotta
your
leave a ward
jungle.
behind.
Yep.
Yep.
Because right now, blue team's gonna get spotted up by red team, but
Yep.
blue team has no
Everyone went through that
information.
ward.
Yep, and they are now
So
paying
they
out
may
this
all
tri
just wait
bush.
into that tri-bush and then
Yep.
they come back.
Blue team might not go that way though.
Well, blue team is all sorts of scattered out, so
Blue team
they...
looks like they're looking for a blue steal. The top and mid laner have left the lane, but they are still at.
Oh, red may be able to
Oh,
collapse
and it
on
is
the
actually
Jhin there.
Trundle mid.
Yeah, red's collapsing on their own blue. Could have a
Ooh,
bit of a
blue is gonna be in
5v3
a
here.
lot of trouble here.
Oh, Morg hit the bind.
Hit the buying for disengage. But Amumu's staying on the blue a little too
Amumu's-
long. Blue goes to the Warwick and Amumu's caught out. They take the blast cone out though to safety. Dang.
First blood drawn by Warwick, and he got his blue. So
Yeah, he got the experience from the blue and the kill. So Warwick is going to be super far ahead. I think Quinn missed some experience in lane, but with the assist, she should be fine. And she's already. I
so
mean,
that was
she's.
a really good example of what you guys have talked about, is leaving a ward behind you on the invade, because that
Yeah.
really won that for them. So
Information.
it looks like
wins
Trundle
battles.
switched to mid to go against the Scion.
Yeah, he didn't want to take on that Quinn, which is understandable. Melee into ranged is always a very hard matchup. So put those range guys again. And actually, we've got an invade at blue. Mumu is trying to take his blue, but Warwick is here. He's only level 1
And
to
he's
his level
got his
2.
red.
Yeah.
Level
Okay.
advantage.
Okay, I'm back.
What up?
I got my kid set up right here. He's he's got his puke bucket,
Oh no.
and yeah,
Oh,
apparently,
poor guy.
yeah. He wants to watch Bugs Bunny while I commentate League of Legends games. So
Ooh, that Scion damage.
So you missed first blood. It was Warwick got first blood on Mumu. They were able to blue side, red side both invaded, but red side saw blue invade. So they got
Oh,
to
the
jump on
smite
their
steal
own
by Warwick. Amumu still only level 1.
blood. Real tough start for Mumu. It is not good.
dear.
He's stuck at level 1. Warwick at level 3 and gets another kill on the Gnar.
Rough start for blue team.
okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw this out there. Unless you have your jungler coming bottom lane, you should probably not be there.
What do you mean?
Huh?
For who?
They have the bottom team on blue side.
Gotcha.
They are in a really bad spot. Like if either one of them gets hit with anything, they could die.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, you just shove the lane as much as you honestly can, and then you go back.
Yeah, they don't have heals up either, so that's or heal. So
As a silver player, that's something I definitely need to work on is knowing when I should just back and concede so that I can stay alive.
yep.
So I mean, right now, all it takes is, and here's the other end of this stick. Red team, you are so far ahead. Get in their nuts.
So would you go for
Like-
the dive now?
It depends. I mean, you don't have like
'Cause if
hard
if
CC.
you hit the polymorph, right? On
polymorph-
Jin, would that be game over? On
Well,
the
here's the
dive?
thing: the polymorphs, you're still mobile. You just can't fight back. Well, they're not going to be fighting back anyway. You know what I mean? Like, you have no health to fight back with, so you're probably not going to be fighting back. But I mean, Lulu needs to be just walking up E, auto attack Q, and then the other side cannot stay.
Katie,
you know what I
it's
mean?
really
Like,
on
it's-
target with those
See, look at that. Look at that.
huge poke on the Morgan Jin.
Right. So like, you either commit to poking them out and you don't let them sit and farm. If one of them backs, then you dive the other one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, for
Right.
sure you dive now,
Yeah.
but yeah, you either, I mean, your whole goal in the poke lane is to just like smash them out.
Warwick living with
Yeah.
impunity in Blue's jungle now with that advantage that he fostered earlier.
He's actually grabbing that dragon right now, which is, let's take a look. It is an ocean dragon, which is always useful to have early game.
Very wary of Morgmund. So it looks like Morg back. Too bad they weren't able to get Jin. in
Yeah,
the
Morg
round.
did back. But Jin had to stay, so they should have dove him.
Yep, they should have stove him, and Warwick even, he was in bot side at the time, he could have come down, they could have three-man dove him, ensuring that it was pretty much a kill with no trade
Well,
backs.
with Warwick having stupid fast speed,
Mhm.
definitely.
Yep,
And see, here's the problem that you get when you stagger your backs like they did. Meep can't afford to follow up on anything. So
Yep.
Morg trying to do anything right now is resulting in her taking 2v1 trades, even if it started well. And now they're back to having no hit points. Right? I mean,
So you think they should have gone back at the same time? Because
yeah, they should have gotten back together.
yep.
we've got a Moo here now, only level
He
4.
is spotted out too, so
Yeah.
needs to move on.
Dragon is just sitting right there. Is he going to turn 6 soon?
So Sion used the ult and now Warwick is not able to come in.
Yeah,
Well, you got
Trundle
the
lost his
flash.
flash on that, that's always worth it. Yeah, and
Well,
now
that's
with
really
all that
good.
pressure and not backing because of worry for CS, instead Jin is now down 30 CS because he had to be so careful with his CSing. So he
Right.
should have just taken the back and missed one wave, and he potentially should only be down 5 to 10 CS if he loses one wave. So,
I mean, one wave is 6.
right,
Yeah.
but because of the poke and everything, he's gonna lose CS in other
Well,
places.
sure.
so,
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, bare ass minimum. You tried to make something happen that wasn't really happening.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, you didn't get punished for it as hard as you should have, but still, like,
But 30 CS is as good
30
as one
CS is a
kill.
lot,
More
yeah.
than one kill,
2
honestly.
kills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially since First Blood is already off the table.
right. But I guess what I'm trying to get at is you should be down 30 CS and a kill.
Yep. Agreed.
You should really be fucked. And I mean, I think that's the difference between like a lower and a higher elo approach is that like you're not leaving as much on the table.
Yep.
Or you're really putting a boot to their throat. And I mean, I'm not gonna say that they're not dominating right now in the bot lane because they are, but
Mhm.
and it's a Caitlyn lane, that's to be expected.
Yep.
So I mean, what I am saying is, the difference is if you were dominating as hard as you
And we got
possibly.
Caitlyn
Oh, here we
coming
go.
in. Now they're going for the dive. Warwick coming too. We've got a 4-man dive coming in.
The bind under tower though does pick them up. One return kill, and Lulu might go down. Oh no, I think she got a heal.
Blue lives.
And
Blue
everyone
lives.
else out.
Yeah,
And polymorph is, I mean, the hugify is still up. So
yeah.
So good dive. If they'd been able to avoid that bind, that would have been completely free too. But good job by Morgana to pick up the. There was no getting out of that one.
No.
I mean, I will give it to her. Morgana did make it like a 1-for-1 in her own death.
Mhm.
Couldn't really save Jin after that, but you weren't going to anyway, so
Yep.
not a big deal.
Yeah. At that point, it's not about outplaying them under the turret. You got outplayed 2 minutes
Lulu is
ago when you
finally
didn't
hit
leave the
level
turret.
6. We may have something here. Got him down. Takes down the Warwick. Good
Warwick
job.
has no tank stats yet. He's very squishy, so good job by Jin hitting all his
Oh.
ultimates there after.
Yeah,
a
I don't-
wall.
Roots are over the wall. Takes the flash around him. Hugifies
Oh
up,
my
but
god, good
Caitlyn is
shot,
down.
Morgana.
Good job. And now
Um,
Lulu is taken down as well.
Great job by blue team to collapse there. Really greedy by red team to try to push in there for more after they had already gotten so much. They had a lot of gold in their pockets. They had a really good dive and then tower take in the early game, and they just threw back a lot of that gold.
Yeah, a lot of gold in their pockets, and Amumu had just hit 6, so you knew they were looking for a fight there.
Yep.
So we got a trade here, and
Okay.
Trundle's
If
able
you
to drop
can
the
do
ult.
something here, if you got your ult or something.
Looks like Trundle's
yeah.
going to give it down here.
Oh,
Yep.
that was nice. That was a really nice play by
Good
Quinn. And
collapse
that right there is why Quinn is oppressive.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, drops the ult on Amumu. He was not expecting that.
Yeah, and Scion, knowing his limits, just took the tower so Warwick could just free hit under tower.
Oh,
Oh, he got hit by that
nice
actually,
power.
but it didn't finish. Gnar is there. Gnar did not get in range for the finish though. Warwick giving up his life maybe for the turret,
no,
but
he's
the
in there.
flash over the
flash.
wall to the blast cone.
Really nice play by Warwick.
He's
to get
out of
the tower
there.
And get out of there. Good use of his flash.
Yeah, red team making some
Yeah,
good plays
Quinn.
here. Yeah, Quinn, you might want to
might
start
be
leading.
time to skedoodle.
Looks like Quinn did not pay enough attention. She pops the Predator for speed,
Here
but
comes
she
the
gets
They
hit.
better take her out fast because we got a teleport coming in.
You gotta
Sion is
shoot
here
people,
now.
Quinn.
They're turning it
Shoot people.
around.
You got red buff.
Jin is
Slow him
done,
down.
and so is Warwick.
Keep shooting
Morgana
people.
ult gets him up.
Keep shooting. Keep shooting.
So
Still
Trent
got that
Quinn is getting to
range.
just free fire from the back there. She's the only one that's able to take some people out. And Quinn is able to take out the Morgana. Good job.
You know, I honestly think that if they can push fast enough, they can dive this.
Yeah, they do have to be
And
careful for
Sion
that
has the
Gnar bar
tank.
though.
Yep. Okay. He
Forces
tried.
the
He
flash.
tried. No,
Yep.
that's good. Get him.
Flash is
Shoot
always
him.
worth, but
So
Now's-
Trundle's ult is
No,
almost
one more
up.
auto!
Comes up just then. Is able to take out the Scion.
Oh,
Oh.
Quinn. Oh, you wussed out at the last second.
yep,
Oh,
if
you
you're
know
gonna
Trundle was
dive,
count-
you
you know
gotta
Trundle was
dive.
counting that out because his ult had 3 seconds to go with them coming in.
Yep.
Oh
He was
my
trying to
God.
Stay out there long enough.
That is so sad.
What a turnaround. So we got Lulu and Caitlyn are coming up to stop.
Man, okay? So I know what happened. He's like, "Oh God, Gnar went in on me. I better move back." No, you have to move forward.
Yep, you've gotta
Like, you-
finish that kill.
You can't let him get away, because then you're fighting a 2v2
Oh,
under
it doesn't
tower.
get the turret.
Wow,
Caitlyn,
man, these fights.
they're being won and lost by pretty slim margins, honestly.
Livers.
Well, no, I'm saying that the fights are great, but the problem that I'm seeing is like everybody's like, "Oh, I won something.
Yep.
Let's stick our neck way out there and try to win 5 things." And you don't have the.
The classic overstay.
Yeah,
not a
it's
fan
the
of- you're not a
classic
fan of the
overstay.
classic overstay.
Well, I'm a fan of it. Like, look, I like ballsy play as much as the next guy, right? But
Uh-huh.
at some point, like,
Or catches out to Warwick.
you've got to cash in your advantages, because then you can turn that into more.
Mhm.
Ah, the old double pink.
Double pinks. on
You got to
the
make
dragon.
sure they really don't have any wards.
Twice as little vision as before.
What happens if they had 2 wards?
See, they're up there in NALCS thinking they're hot with the 1 ward, but
Yeah.
here at Lola Community, we know the real power is the double pink ward.
3 wards actually kills the dragon.
They almost completed the
Three
Illuminati
wards.
triangle to insta-kill the dragon.
It's the
1v1. Nar versus. Oh,
She's putting a
Nar
lot of
takes-
damage
but
out.
He's completely.
Uh-oh.
Gets the ult off, but now the Hugify's on Quinn and she's fine. She's fine. But
It's
Trundle was
the,
able to ult Quinn
Kite,
with,
Kite
in-
Quinn,
in-
walk away!
ult.
Oh, no
Oh,
one
man.
blocked the Jin ult.
I mean, I'm gonna throw this out
Yeah,
there.
they kind of parted for that Jin ult, or like the Red Sea. Just let it go.
Well, and to be totally honest, it wouldn't have mattered if Quinn had orb
Kited.
blocked there.
Yep. Yeah. So, although it sucks that no one blocked for her for the Jin ult, if she had just orb blocked away from the Trundle while he was CC'd, she would have taken half the damage she did there. She could have gotten. She should have been fine, honestly. And
So we all agreed that it was Quinn's own fault.
yeah, and
Well, I mean, that's fair, but
Oh, Silence catches him before he can get out. Now Samu's here back in the team and gone. Wrap him up. He's
oh
done.
dear. You should stay and keep fighting.
Oh,
The Morgana ult
done,
turned.
but everyone, Red is collapsing. Quinn's
Now
firing from
you
the back.
should have backed out after you got
Blind
that
on
kill.
Trundle.
yeah, the other part for me with the Jin ult hitting Quinn, to me, when you're that low on the very first Jin shot, it's up to you to get behind your enemy team, your own teammates, because you could have seen that Jin ult open up and said, "Okay, I need to walk behind my teammates here." It was close enough that they didn't have to like make a move towards you to get behind
know,
them.
I'll give you that, but I also felt like that was a pretty nice threaded shot.
Yes,
would you
yeah.
say-
You know, I mean, like,
Would you
I'll give it
say-
more to the Jin for good shot than I would take it away from Quinn for bad dodge.
Would you say it was?
But
pure
it's
both.
genius?
Yeah, I'll,
You know
I'll,
what I mean? It's
I'll
both.
agree with that. Yeah.
Jake, as I get where you're going with this. That's... Would you say 4?
Yeah. 4.
That's my Jin lore reference right there.
There will be no others tonight. We have filled our
There'll be no
quota.
other Jin. There will be 3 others.
Pop up on a Lulu. Trundle's ult.
Ah, bless.
Nar is teleporting in.
Oh no,
Got
Quinn.
caught up. He's done.
Nice ult by Amumu.
Lulu
Oh, he
ult.
doesn't
Lulu
quite
get
make
out,
it
get out.
out.
Oh,
Open
when
up.
here comes Jin,
That is a
opens it
really
up.
good time.
That's a
for
curtain
Jin.
call. Oh, and
Oh, he
finishes
gets
off
the
with
snipe
style.
out. CC him
Okay.
and walk away.
There's no reason to beat the
So,
ghost of
Warwick
Scion up.
Warwick has
You guys
the
have
Rift Herald
just
in
gone
bottom
forward.
Oh no, the
Warwick
trap, Trundle.
Warwick just now released the Rift Herald in bottom lane.
Oh,
That is really
Oh!
And that's a free inhibitor tower.
yeah, blue
for
team.
Warwick.
Chasing a little too hard. Someone needs to go back to stop this. He's gonna get an inhib off this. Amumu is up, but I think.
Mumu cannot stop
No,
that
Can't
one.
he
stop him
cannot.
right now.
Oh, the flash
Blue
in from
just
Trundle, but
pushing it,
Quinn is
trying to keep
here.
anyone from going
But
back.
Quinn gets CC'd. She goes down. Morgana goes down as well. Amumu getting pushed out by the
Finish the inhibitor.
Warwick.
Warwick.
Yeah.
Finish that inhibitor.
Eye on the prize. Get that inhib.
Yeah,
No
you
one-
want that inhib. You don't really care about trading. You don't really care about killing the Amumu. But if the Amumu is just going to be like a tasty worm on a hook, you just, take him off the hook and then eat the worm.
Good use of the Rift Herald there. Taking advantage of them leading.
Yeah, Warwick split push, getting them a ton off of that.
And Max, how do you feel? Good? Okay.
He takes
gonna-
the red on his way out.
You're going to throw up in the bucket, okay? Okay. The same goes for you, community members. You're going to throw up in the bucket.
Do it in the bucket, cause Yeah, anywhere else is gonna
Oh,
be a
so we
bad
may
time.
have Silent Caught gets the root on him.
He has
But
his
man,
ult,
he is
so
so
yep,
cheap.
there it
That's his ult.
is.
He's fine. He'll just walk away
He was running, I think,
Yeah.
actually, is what it's called.
like a train.
Choo choo,
And he
motherfucker.
run so far away. You gotta get away.
We're gonna
Beautiful.
have Baron coming up in 20 seconds.
Okay, so right now, if you're on red team, you should be warding the shit out of that Baron.
So we've got
Like-
a Fire Dragon up in 40 seconds, and as well as and the Baron will be up as well. What do you guys
Okay,
think is the better objective to go
Baron.
for each team?
Baron, you can actually, if does either of their ADCs have any lifesteal? Anybody have lifesteal? I can't tell.
Ooh,
Quinn
getting-
does not. Oh, now you
We
just
got
get
a
both.
big fight.
Now you just get both right now. Warwick, stop recalling. Go kill the dragon, and then everybody else go to Baron. And
So Warwick Trundle's here with his ult.
Nice ult, but they don't have the damage to fall.
But they don't have
Oh,
anyone
wow.
there to finish him off yet.
oh
Dog
dear.
comes in, gets the ult off. 4-man knockback, pushes him back in the team.
Oh god.
Caitlin's gonna go down as well.
Okay.
Down goes the ogre.
Oh man.
Wow.
Okay, so now everything's changed. Blue team, go do Baron. Go do Baron. Go. Get
Wait,
Baron.
you lied to me. It's a Cloud Drake, not Infernal.
It did
Oh,
say
it-
Infernal on the
It
thing.
says it's an Infernal that's live on the top left. But I
No,
guess
that's
you're right.
just Dragon's icon.
That's just Dragon in general. It's misleading.
My
Yeah, you
bad.
gotta,
Okay.
you have to. If you want
So-
to see it before, you have to
Oh.
look at the pit and look at
I
the
was
Okay,
hoping to
symbol.
make you
so-
feel stupid, but now I'm the one that feels stupid.
No, it's fine. Blue team, go get fucking Baron.
Hmm
There's 4 down. You had all that time. You could have taken it by now. You could have left your lanes in the state they're in, get back, defend your double Nexus turrets from supers in time,
Yep.
and you would have stopped them from using their inhibitor.
Ooh, the TP in to cut off the Trundle. Nice job. And on the other end, though, Lulu getting caught by the Gnar, but Caitlyn's there, and he missed the stun. He might actually be caught
Ooh,
himself
yeah.
now. He doesn't have flash, gets the E off, but he
Looks
is
like
out
may
of
be
there.
cut off by
Oh,
Warwick.
red team, though. Here comes Quinn. She's
Wow.
flying in fast.
And
And
here comes the
Scion,
train.
oh
Gets run over
man.
by the train.
There's a lot of
Okay,
zoomies
so
on that
now
team.
they're gonna take Baron.
Yep.
That's fine. That's good.
That'll
like
be
that.
easy Baron for red team.
Well, I mean, it should be free, because they've got supers in the bot lane just smacking on those Nexus turrets.
Yep.
Right? But like, I don't. Okay, I feel like they got this without planning it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And like, whenever you get that bottom inhibitor down, you should be like, oh, now we need to plan Baron.
hmm
Right?
Yeah, this just kind of fell into their laps because of misposition by the enemy team.
Yeah, they're like, well, sweet, we killed somebody, and we're right next to Baron. Go get Baron, right?
Mhm.
But like, you could have done that, and blue team could have taken it off the board after that like pseudo ace, where all
Yeah.
they had left was Warwick. They could have just taken Baron off the board, just ran it straight there.
Yeah, looking at the map and what vision is around Baron buff, it doesn't look like Baron just got taken. There's still a pink ward in the dragon. There's still a blue ward in Baron. There's so many things that like could have gone wrong if you don't have that perfectly fall into your laps as red team. But
But when it
again,
does, it feels so good.
red team
Oh, yeah, no, that's
sieging
nice.
again. They have to be careful in this mid.
Okay.
The same thing
Gotta
happened
be
to them with
careful.
a big CC, but Gnar is top
Well,
lane.
I'll tell
they
you
should-
this: it means more that Gnar is out of this team fight than if Sion were to be in it.
I am in agreement. And he's got that banner command.
Cloud has ZZ Rod and Banner of Command Baron
Yep.
in the top lane.
So, I
That's
mean,
what's tough.
That's fine, except Warwick now has to be a tank, and he's not really. So if Tagun can go in and everybody rushes mid, then they can win that.
Gets
like
off,
this.
gets the Moo ult, and now
They can
everyone's
win
coming
this
to
fight because they'll kill a
So-
couple of these carries
Warwick
just like that.
still chasing.
Just like that.
Scion is
Here
getting
comes
the
the
in
Sion.
though.
Boom, boom shots. Boom 1. Boom 2. Boom
The
3.
curtain is open. Couldn't
Ooh.
quite close the curtain though.
But
He's
Scion
doing his
gets
bit,
an
but someone
inhib,
ends up taking him out.
And he's
Simon
gonna.
Sound's still pushing really hard. Got the
Oh, kill him.
Baron Bane of command.
Oh, he missed. He
Oh.
really missed. Okay, that's just
Good
kind of
play.
funny. I mean, I know what he was trying to do there, but
And he will now walk away.
yeah, he'll walk away.
Yep. But I mean, even though it
And
kind of
another
sucks.
sweet.
Banner of command is up.
Another banner of command minion. There's a
Oh,
ZZ
follow with
Rot.
the ZZ Rot.
He's just gonna beat it down.
I mean, he could even just take. Even if he dies here, he takes it now.
Yep.
Yeah, no, he's
Yeah,
got
you're
it.
Right, you're right.
And ZZ Rot. Does he have ult? And no, he used his
No,
second.
he used it. He's
Okay.
gonna go down
He's
here.
dead anyway.
But I mean, 2 inhibs for your life. I think
Yeah,
you'll take
fuck
it.
yeah.
Gonna get some damage on the other.
He even got a punch in on the last one.
What a troll.
No, that's derp.
Yeah.
Lol.
Get it?
Oh, Quinn, not enough damage.
Literally a troll.
Ah!
Okay, I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
gotta
you
stop
sh-
with
you
these
should
god awful dad jokes.
It's too late.
No,
You're dad.
no.
You can't get away from
But
that.
I'm a dad.
Now is the time for them.
I got a
man.
kid throwing up in a bucket over here. Give me my dad joke.
Yeah, you've passed the go back on that one date. Just by a few years.
You know what's awesome? I was watching Voodoo Sales, and they had this deal. It's like buy any 2 of these movies for $10, right?
Hmm
I was like, sweet. And so I was looking through them, and there was like this Bugs Bunny
Ooh,
movie
buy
from
the
like
hot out
19. All right, go
Oh,
ahead. Team
Yeah,
fight.
quite frankly,
Here we
all-
go, boys.
Got caught. She didn't go down though. She's
Curtain
getting
call,
sniped.
she makes
Dodges
it out.
another one. Oh, she
Just gets
dodges.
saved by that last shot.
Warwick
Warwick
went in
Davenport
on his
down.
own. Got
Tell
punished
Wolf
for
to
it.
sit.
All right, so these guys, if they're gonna fight 5v5, that's cool and all. You gotta wait till your 5 is actually there. Like
Right.
Sion was dead, and it's literally this is the only reason they're
Oh,
losing
come back
these
in, they
fights.
root down the sound, but Caitlyn is getting a lot of damage off.
Oh, Caitlyn,
She
went too
messed up her
soon.
E and didn't finish the. Will he get the inhib here though?
I mean, okay,
No.
so I'm just gonna say this: keep firing, and then save your E to get out. Like you don't need
Yep.
to use E for damage there. Just keep shooting with auto attacks, and I think it was Gnar, right? Gnar will die there.
It was a Mumu.
Trundle.
Amumu, okay,
Oh,
fine.
yeah.
Amumu dies there,
Yep.
right?
Third ocean
Red,
drake.
we'll turn this into another dragon.
Yeah, it's honestly just, especially with having 2 inhibitors down, you need to just 5v5 fight, like make sure you're all there, because even when you lose it, like there's so much to take off of that fight there, even if you're
Well, okay.
like not
so
completely winning.
here's what you should do at this point. Even though your team is worse in a 5v5, as we've proven over and over again with all these
Which team?
fights.
Red team?
Yeah, red team's worse in a 5v5 right now. They have to kite back at the beginning, kill one of the tanks, and then fight, right? However, what they can do is just keep pushing mid. Everybody stay mid. Don't get engaged upon. If you do get engaged, you push them back.
Speaking of engaged, looks like we might have one. The curtain's open. Here comes the curtain call. Nar knocks everyone back into blue team. Amumu gets the ult off. And it's a bloodbath in favor of blue.
Okay, so since this is now done, though, what I was saying is what you got to do is you've got to keep them not 5v5ing you, right? You
I
don't
guess
want to
by the,
5v5.
on
You
the
want
other
to
side of the
you
coin.
want to stay mid and bait them backwards and not get engaged upon,
Mhm.
right? And you want to just pick and whittle until your super minions in your side waves get to the nexus or get into their base. Then they're going to have to send somebody over to deal with those waves, or they're going to lose turrets. If they don't send somebody, you win. If they do send somebody, then you fight and then you win,
Mhm.
right? But you have you are fortunate right now in that you have a 6th and a 7th teammate on the board.
Oh,
If-
and
Does
they
that
have
make
an
sense?
overstay.
Like
Yep.
you've got
the
supers in the top,
pressure.
supers in the bottom. That's a sixth and
Cyanide
seventh teammate.
behind.
This isn't gonna.
Well, they came behind, but they're gonna have them rooted
This
down.
team
We
is
got
way
plenty
too
of
far
CCs
away,
hidden
though.
away.
Yep.
They're coming.
But they're having to, and now we may have. That's not enough bandages in the world.
This
to
could
stop
be the
that.
game.
Yeah.
This could be the game right here.
And we got a baroned up cannon minion again. Inhibitors down.
They just lost in a Nexus turret.
Without a Mumu,
Their
it's gonna be
tank is
tough
down.
for Blue Team
Tank
to
is
pick this up.
down, but
Morgan down.
Warwick
And-
down as well.
Warwick's still up. Everything's down. Fight! Fight!
Yep. Too much
Lol.
pressure from the
Funny
red
memory.
team minions. This is gonna go down.
And see, that's
Victory
what
to
I'm
the
talking
red
about
team.
right there with your.
Closed on this game.
Nice. That's what I'm talking about right there with your sixth and seventh teammate.
Yeah.
Right there. They did a really good job with that.
Yep.
But I honestly feel like, again, they weren't counting on it. It just happened. Does
Yep.
that make sense?
Yep. Definitely.
MVP.
I mean, those are like that's the difference is like the little things that you can do for macro plays that can end a game 10 minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And like Blue could have extended the game for 10 minutes by taking that Baron when they aced him. And Warwick was the only one up. Because then they're like, oh, well, Warwick is going to have to take Dragon. He can't solo Baron. We'll just go to Baron and get it. Done. You know,
Yeah.
then you can push off wave after wave after wave because your minions are going to be so strong. You know?
Yep.
So
Agreed.
these are like the little things that you can do to eke out an advantage. But in the meantime, who do you guys think gets the MVP for the game here?
Warwick gets it for me. His
Yeah, I thought-
early game pressure and his push in that early, like, it was like what, like 20 minutes in or something like that with the
Yeah,
Rift Herald
17
and bot lane.
Rift Herald really opened up the map.
Yeah.
For them.
I give it to him.
Same.
I thought these were pretty balanced teams for the most part, by the way.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I actually
Yeah.
think we did a good job of balancing it. I'm going to give it to Scion. While his KDA wasn't great,
Mhm.
the amount of like he was what the team needed to win those fights, and he was really trying to make plays. There was the whole I killed an inhibitor and then I went back and died killing another
Yeah.
inhibitor.
Second most
Like-
damage.
I'm going to give it to him because I honestly think this game would not have ended but for his play there. Particularly, I think his team may have lost without it because I think they would have fought 5v5s and then they would have lost to those 5v5s, and I don't think that would have changed throughout the game. Does that make sense?
All right. I gotta restart my League client real quick. Stupid ass thing. Oh. All right, gonna restart the stream really quick to make sure that we get the game separated out. So be right back, everybody.